I'm Dr. James Laporta. I'd like to welcome you to Malachite Centre. We've chosen beautiful Cape Town City to create a clinic that has come to understand cancer intimately. It takes the very best of conventional medicines, combines it with the very best of complementary or natural medicines, and uses it to tailor-make a package that is exactly right for you and your needs. The diagnosis of cancer is hugely overwhelming. There's fear, there's the challenge of which medicines to do, there's the plethora of options on Google, there's friends and family that come from the sidelines wanting to offer certain cures and miracle medicines that you have to take. And there's oncologists that may be quite dictatorial about what needs to happen, and there's a lot of science and truth in it, and you see good cases but you're worried about the stigmas around chemotherapy. And then you may get some of the natural practitioners that are really saying you have to do it the natural way, you've got to make your body healthy, you can heal yourself, if you don't do it this way you're going to be in trouble. It's hard. And what's needed is a place that really integrates all of that and helps you develop a roadmap through all these options. Just like no cancer is the same in its behavior or its genetics, it requires a very different approach. The person that sits in front of me, people that come to our clinic and sit in front of the other practitioners are all very unique, just as their cancers are. And to come to understand that intimately, all the multifactorial reasons as to why the cancer may exist, what enhances its growth, what genetic weaknesses it may have, the cancer, what the person's nutritional status is like, what their vitamins are like, what their belief systems are, what their spiritual journey has been up until this point, what treatments they've heard of and what friends and family are pushing to the table. Bring it all, let's look at it, let's work through it, and let's find something that is tailor-made for you.
Yeah, and you know what is so great for me arriving and meeting Dr. James and Dr. Derek, I'd realized that I wasn't a burden to Ken, but he and my family were carrying me, and it was almost as though he was carrying me in his arms and handing me into their arms. And I just felt this sense of complete relief in Ken as well, and that he was now free to just be as well. He could leave me in their arms and their care and just be who he was required, who he felt he was required to be to me at that time. And I can't express the treasure of that experience. And I can't tell you how safe I felt in these doctors' hands and in their nurses' hands. They took such care to explain the whole protocol and the whole process to me. And all of a sudden, this 5 to 7 month shelf life that I had became a 5 to 7 month healing journey towards life and light and living the very best version of myself that I knew was down the track, but that it was completely and utterly doable with these guys.
There are many treatments that we can offer you at Malachite Centre. Some of them may be botanical infusions, very high doses of things like curcumin, EGCG, artisanate, K3, vitamin C, etc., nutritional therapy and vitamin drips. We may use some acupuncture to assist with pain or stimulate the immune system. We use a wide range of modalities to assist your body's innate healing potential, optimize it, as well as working with a team of oncologists or interventional radiologists or perhaps surgeons. You may have your own GP and specialists at home that we can communicate with and open a dialogue so that there's really a team support around optimizing cancer care for you. My father passed away when I was younger with cancer, and I noticed how he went through conventional treatments and complementary treatments. It was a difficult journey for the whole family. There was so much that was unanswered. So many different treatments that I thought could have been found. Such a new type of medicine, and we don't have all the answers. And so I've dedicated my life to research and look at the very best treatments in the world in trying to understand cancer intimately. I learned a lot when my father had cancer. It was a hard time for the family, but it also showed me that there was so much lacking in the traditional medical model. Great scientists would come together and offer great cures, but there were so many things unanswered. there was this chasm between complementary medicines and conventional treatments, and we were left with so many questions. My grandmother and grandfather also had cancer, and one or two close friends. And as such, I think that's perhaps the drive as to why I've dedicated my life to research cancer, all the different treatment modalities from around the world, what things are unveiling secrets about human psychoneuroimmunology, how the mind-body interacts, what secrets around genetic therapies are being revealed. Such cutting-edge stuff in today's time with cancer treatment. All of us are working in our different fields of specialities, but integrative oncology is something quite new, and it's certainly a fascinating field to be in.
It was just wonderful. I looked forward to every single day. I didn't dread one day going up to the centre. We were there on time every day with something new and something fresh being offered to us. Going home and being able to take naturopathic medicines that I knew were beginning to start my healing process. Dr. James putting in place a biochemical protocol, Dr. Derek putting in place a naturopathic protocol. Two protocols that I've come to learn, and I'm so desperate to get this message out there. Integrative healing is the way to go. These doctors know how to use the very best of the biochemical Western world's medicines together with the naturopathic worlds synergistically together. Because I've come to realize with a cancer diagnosis or for any other healing that your diagnosis is as unique as your fingerprint.
I often get asked the question, why cancer? It's a difficult field to operate in, we don't have all the answers. I think it's needed. Cancer represents something on the new frontier of medicine, one that requires us to integrate from every aspect and every modality to bring medicine together that hands the power back to the patient, where they can be more creative in choosing the right tools to treat themselves. It's such a privilege to walk the journey with cancer patients. The diagnosis brings about a certain sense of realness, a certain sense of humanity. The facade's dropped. Mortality faces you head on, and things become very real.
We formed a centre here where we've combined our knowledge and we personalise the treatment, not only at the outset with the interview, but we monitor the patients very carefully using natural and allopathic techniques, whatever it takes, to monitor that patient and adjust accordingly. We also try to create a safe environment for our patients, and especially their caregivers, because when they go home, the caregivers are probably going to feel it the most. So we try and provide some sort of safety net for them as well, and so there's a lot of counselling that takes place.
When I was diagnosed, I remember waking up from the colonoscopy and the surgeon saying to me, "I'm sorry, it's cancer." Just like that.
I have to admit I was frightened, I was afraid, and very, very unsure and uncertain.
In the deepest part of my being, I do believe I knew it. Somewhere in my depth, in the depth of my soul, I knew that I had cancer. But I was kind of doing the ostrich syndrome thing, put my head in the sand and pretend it's not happening. At first, I didn't really want to tell anybody. Not my children, not my friends, not my best friend, not my neighbor, nobody. It's only when I got to speak with Dr. James later on through my progress that he made me realize a few things. I remember sitting in his office, and then this calmness just came over me, because he's so genuine, so caring, so empathetic. He listens to what you have to say. It's not about his ego, it's more about the patient.
We've seen amazing turnarounds in patients who should not be here today, and we know right to the depths of our soul that it's because of the combined knowledge.
And we just walked into a place of light and life and We were embraced physically, emotionally, mentally, with love and hugs and smiles, and just saying, we've got you, we're holding you, we're going to coddle you. And meeting Dr. James and Dr. Derek was just something else. I felt that I hadn't been reduced to just a disease anymore. I was now Jules Stone, a person in my own right, who was going to be treated uniquely for who I was, holistically. It had like put cancer in its place, it put cancer in its perspective.
I often see patients in fear and almost holding their breath, waiting for the time when they're in remission, hoping that someone's going to give them all the answers and saying, when I get better, I will do this. Life's now. We start living it today. This is the moment where quality of life should be put on high up on the agenda. Treatment should not compromise quality of life, nor compromise the time that you have. Treatment should optimize, should give you moments of life that have never been richer before. We don't always know how much time has been given to us, none of us do, but we always have a choice to choose what to do with the time that has been given to us. And I think the most important message that I can give, and why we've created Malachite Centre, is to allow people to engage with their treatment, with life, and to live more passionately than they've ever lived before. We welcome you to watch a few of the videos. If there's any information that you require or any more questions you have, please feel free to contact us. We really want to help you find the best treatments that you have in whatever area you live in. If you need a Skype consultation, click on the link below. We'd love to take you through the different options and help you develop a roadmap of where to go and what treatments may be best for you, supplements, diet, etc. We look, if you do come to our centre and visit, we'll look at everything quite intensively, specifically your history, all the scans that have been done, all the blood tests that have been done. When you arrive, we'll do an ECG, we'll look at the heart, we'll do spirometry, we do a full physical examination. We use a natural medicine practitioner to look at the eyes, sclerology, iridology, live blood analysis, pulse diagnostics, Ayurvedic diagnostics, everything. And what this does is it gives us a lot of information that starts overlapping common medical themes, common health patterns, and suddenly we understand your body. We understand your constitution. And where things overlap and present red flags, we say those are the areas we want to strengthen. Those are the areas of the immune system we want to optimize. Those are the weak points of the cancer that we can really target. And through doing that, we can then select the tools that we need to put it together and prepare the right treatment plan for you. Ultimately, we leave no stone unturned in finding you the very best treatments from around the world.